What is up, guys? Welcome back to TWE Charts. All right, we found a match, man. We found a match. The ticker is COSM, and man, this stock is awesome reference stock for AMC right now, okay? So COSM, for those that keep up with the meme stocks on Reddit and these like smaller float stocks that get brought up in the meme community, they typically have a really strong correlation with meme stocks. And I'm talking the patterns, the structure pattern. They're relevant because these algorithms typically hold the same stocks in this basket, right? That they just turn. So this is why I like this tracking and this pattern. So I'm going to pull it up here on the screen. All right. This is what we got right now. This is COSM. Now, the interesting thing about this chart is that the timing here, so this is not a fractal, right? We didn't grab this pattern and stretch it out and make it fit. This is a 1-to-1 pattern, meaning that these days are the same as the time frame in which this sequence played out on COSM, right? So there, it's 1-to-1, and that's what makes this tracking interesting, right? So we have the very similar levels, guys. COSM, I have another pattern here with the bars. You guys can see it, right? So here's the run up. Okay, it's a pump and dump. And then we have that theta kill right here, right? So everybody is purchasing options, and we have the catalyst. The catalyst comes down, we have an inverse squeeze, and then right about this point here, which is the 77th day, the stock starts to rally. Okay, so there's a few things that make this pretty valid tracking pattern. So not only do we have, so these are smaller points of interest, so they're micro POIs is what we call them. And the fact that all of these are lining up with this sequence is what makes it special, right? So let's come on over to this chart here. Okay, here is COSM on top, and here's AMC on the bottom, right? 77 days. The bars are slightly different just because there's not enough volume on this stock in August of 2022. So you can see that it's very choppy, very like barcodey, right? AMC, you're gonna have all these values, all these candles are gonna fit on the chart because there's more volume on the stock. But that doesn't matter because the days are the same. Okay, so the 77th day would be somewhere around October 6th. You can see the stock is basically trading sideways. It's currently right around here. And then we have a massive push to the upside. Now, can it go to those levels? Sure, it can. But we're tracking points of interest here. These are volatility zones that we track, just like you just saw back here, right? A volatility zone is right here. Okay, volatility zone is right here, and a volatility zone is right here. So we have 3 volatility zones. They all played out on this chart, so that makes this a strong correlation. And not only do we have the POIs lining up, we also have the levels that are tracking, right? The levels are important. When this gets shorted, it stops at the same range that AMC did. Same thing back here, stops at the same range. So this is what's important, the levels. So if it continues to track, great. But because the algorithms, when they come up to a point of interest where the stock has to go up, remember that's where retail starts to jump in on the stock because people can't really a lot of retail, the majority of retail is not going to be shorting the stock, right? And this goes with a bunch of other tickers, not just AMC. So that's the thing, guys. When it starts to climb back up, the levels are relevant, but here we're just tracking the volatility. So if this comes up and say it goes up to 50 or something, by the time we have, some downside, well, that's fine. At least the initial run up happened. Okay, so, and guys, I know, this is for the people that have been here on the channel and know how POIs work. So if you're not familiar with this, check out some of the other videos I have on AMC. It goes over the cycle, volatility zones, all that good stuff, okay? All right. So a few other things. This is the tracking. The crazy thing about this, guys, is that it lines up with the cycle. Okay, so what's happening in October, mid-October time? We have Taylor Swift, right? Hopefully there's record-breaking numbers. Hopefully there's a trend that sort of inspires other artists and other AMC, a little trend change, man. Get more artists coming, and bro, this could be a real thing here. So that's a potential catalyst to bring the price to these levels, in my opinion, and we have the point of interest backing that up here. So it lines up with the cycle. That's one. Okay, and another thing that is not as relevant to this specific stock, but we're going to talk about, is the changes indicator. So this guy right down here is a rate of change indicator. It tracks the percent change over a specific number of bars, and right now we have the lowest level ever. Okay, so we haven't seen this ever, dude. On the entire chart, this is the lowest it's been. Now, if we pull this up, and I posted this on Twitter the other day, let's go to all-in-one. Okay, all-in-one is an indicator that takes the rate of change, but we compare it with the entire, or a large set of stocks, right? A large set list of stocks. For some reason, it's not opening up. Let's see. Here we go. Open up, please. Okay, here we go. There's a lot of data on this, so it always takes forever to load. I got 5 of these indicators set on here, so I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. So AMC is right here. This is a little AMC all the way at the bottom of this entire list of stocks. This is 100 stocks, very popular stocks in the market, and right now AMC is at the bottom. It's the most oversold stock right now. So if we look back to some of these other stocks that have done this already, they all have POIs. They all start to run when they reach that negative, towards that negative 90% range. CGC just did that, guys. CGC is a cannabis stock. What about cannabis stocks, guys? Cannabis stocks have a high correlation with meme stocks, running with meme stocks. Look at this right now, man. This thing bottomed right here. It's in red. They're both red. We have 2 reds here. We have AMC, and then right back over here is CGC. When it bottomed, it took about a month to rally, and it's currently right here. I mean, look at that, 350%, and that is not how much it went up, guys. This is, remember, over a set period of time, selected time, so it's actually a lot higher than that. Same thing with AMC. It's currently at the bottom, double bottom. If it does the same sequence as far as the cycle goes, because these stocks typically track about a month behind meme stocks. Okay, this thing went up in February of 2021. Remember, AMC went up in January of 2021. So it's going up right now. This is September, right? And we have the cycle coming up. The cycle coming up, right? So if the cycle's coming up in October time, that's that same when that's the cycle right there. Okay, so something else to track, the fact that AMC is extremely oversold, and it's getting ready to pick back up. This is one of the only indicators I'm tracking right now on AMC, apart from the cycle, because I think it's a very important indicator to track here with just stocks. All right, so that's my video, man. I'm not really gonna go over anything else until things start to pan out. You guys know how I do it. I let things pan out, and then we start covering the stock if it does have that potential again. So make sure you guys subscribe, leave a like, and I will see you on the next video. Also, if you guys want these indicators, I have a set list. Click the link below. It'll take you straight to that link. All right, bye-bye.